Welcome to Storytime with Tallulah. Today's reading comes from r/RantsFromRetail. Our first story is titled, "I'll probably regret posting this, but I've been thinking about the McDonald's blender incident all day and I have to get something off my chest." You're probably way ahead of me in seeing this, but I've just today been made aware of the McDonald's blender incident. To be honest, it infuriated me to my core. If you aren't familiar with the video, it basically shows an irate customer standing at the pickup counter throwing food and drinks at a manager. Eventually, the employee grabs something within her reach and chucks it back in response. The item is a blender that hits the woman in the face, breaks her cheekbone, and knocks her off her feet. I saw newscasters and even some commenters that appeared to be up in arms for the sake of the customer, rather than ever acknowledging she was also in the wrong in the first place. I don't believe throwing the blender was correct, and I do find the resulting injuries absolutely terrible, but I do think the worker's response was completely understandable. Customer service workforces people into roles where their natural defense mechanisms are constantly being triggered, but forbids them from doing the completely human thing and acting upon them. If someone threw something at you in the street, newscasters and commenters would most likely agree that you're perfectly within your right to throw something back at them or run away. Service work forces you to be a captive audience. You have to stand there and take the abuse, and you're expected to remain completely calm while someone is hurling insults and sometimes physical objects at you. Again, I'm not saying the woman deserved her injuries. I'm not saying the worker should have retaliated in such a way, but if I am being honest, it makes complete sense. Somewhere along the line, we created a culture of absolute entitlement where people think they are completely in the right if they scream, belittle, and even sometimes assault a worker who messes something up as long as they're a paying customer. The customer escalated to violence. Only the employee's reaction to the abuse was seen as wrong. I do think she responded rather excessively, but I don't see her in a horrible light. Please don't eat me alive. Well, I think, you made your point. I think throwing a blender at somebody's face is a bit excessive, especially if someone just threw some food at them. But at the same time, I understand that, customers should not be allowed to physically assault employees. Now, if they're screaming and yelling at you, unfortunately, I think that's just kind of the way we have to put up with stuff in order to keep business, just because people will go elsewhere if you don't put up with their crap. Although I think that is also unreasonable, but the physical thing is just completely draws the line, and you should be able to defend yourself. But, throwing a blender at somebody's face is a tad bit excessive for getting a shake thrown at you. Our next story is titled, "People Really Just Don't Read Signs." Disclaimer: I am really drunk on a Saturday night in the middle of a worldwide pandemic with nothing to do, so if this is a rambling mess, sorry, I tried. So once upon a time, my store was getting remodeled. This was not just some paint and new shelves. They practically ripped the building down to the frame. New walls, new counters, new shelves, new bathrooms, everything. Corporate decided that 2 employees still needed to be on site for some reason I don't know. Myself and a new hire were chosen. We were given folding chairs to sit on the sidewalk and enough cash to order pizza. I literally sat on the front porch of the store for 12 hours in the sun telling people to leave. Now keep in mind, the property is huge. There are only 2 entrances, and when the construction team showed up, they brought 10-foot closed signs with them and blocked both entrances fully. The gas pumps out front were taped off. The 30 feet of glass bay windows surrounding the front of the building were removed. It was obvious to anyone with half a brain what was going on. Enter SUV Dad. So I'm sitting there in my uncomfortable chair making small talk with this new hire I barely know over the noise of band, saws, and hammering when I see this SUV pull up and park. New hire and I get up to see the 10-foot sign at the south entrance moved. This a-hole really parked, got out, moved a 10-foot sign, and drove into a construction zone with his whole dang family. New hire walked out to guard the sign until I could get these people to leave and not allow anyone else in. I walk up to the vehicle. Me. "Hi, I'm sorry, we're closed for construction. I have to ask you to leave." SUV Dad. "Oh, we're not buying. My wife just needs your bathroom." "I'm sorry, there is no bathroom. That's one of the things ripped out, and because of safety issues, no one is allowed in the building." "It's fine. We'll just use the bathroom and leave." Me, confused, "But there is no bathroom. I am not even allowed in the building." SUV Dad waves me off dismissively. Whole family gets out of the SUV. Me, "Sir, you can't go in." SUV dad then proceeds to physically push past me and starts to usher his family inside. I chase after them, trying to get the attention of the construction workers over the noise of their tools, since this is now a mother of an OSHA violation. They were a couple steps ahead of me, so I missed the exact moment they opened the bathroom doors and saw the lack of toilets, stalls, walls, lights, sinks, and pretty much everything besides the doors. But I caught up at about the moment that the leader of the plumbing team realized what was happening. I wish I could have heard everything that was said, but honestly, a lot of power tools drowned most of it out. I did hear a pretty loud "what the F" and an enthusiastic "get the F out." All I know for sure is the whole family made an abrupt about face and bolted out of the building. SUV dad was visibly steaming. He refused to say a word to me, which is fine. I really didn't want to deal with him. F that guy. Seriously, that's what you get for driving around a barrier. That person is a very simple person. How do you see a giant sign like that, move it, and then go in and some people are ridiculous. Our next story is titled "Coworkers Being A-Holes." Edit. Got a couple awards now. Thank you. All right. I get it. Okay, being stuck with the new person is not always fun, but dang. So I covered a shift I don't normally work on Saturday evening. From the moment I walking through the door to getting to sit my purse down to walking to the time clock, I was told no less than 3 times that everyone was so happy I was there. They were all behind on their work. The new girl is an idiot and making everything so hard. They're so stressed out because they don't know what to do with this idiot new girl. I look around the time clock and see this 5', 90-pound, 16-year-old girl standing there with mask and gloves, looking like a deer in headlights and shaking like a leaf. I said hi to her and she stumbled through saying hi back. You can see from a mile away this girl is terrified. I sent other coworkers off to go get tasks done and decided to stick with this girl myself and see what's up. For reference, I am not a manager but have been around the company so long and am respected enough that even some of the managers take orders from me. It's a privilege I enjoy. Calm down there, okay? Over the next 5 hours, I worked side by side with this child. She not only understood every single thing I taught her, she volunteered to do tasks. She asked questions. Good, relevant questions, and was generally a sweet little girl. Her hands even stopped trembling. I think some of us need to keep in mind when we work with minors like that their only frame of reference for the real world is high school, and they don't even have that right now. All of this madness going on is just as stressful, if not more so, for these kids, especially at a time in their lives where anxiety, the need to fit in, and social interactions basically define them, plus puberty is a B. I would bet money on what happened before I got there. I guarantee this girl showed up, people were pissed they had to train, she didn't understand one thing, and then was automatically deemed a useless idiot. Then they treated her that way, which made her more nervous and more likely to make mistakes. I mean, she's literally a child for F's sake. You cannot train young teens the same way you do adults with job experience and expect instant results. I don't understand what's so hard about knowing that. This girl will be fine. Just be nice to her, dang it. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's not cool that people were mean to her, but it's cool that you were able to help her out and get her trained and make her feel more welcome and at ease. And I agree, we should be more patient with people. Sometimes I'm not, but you know, this is a good reflection of that. Alrighty then, our next story is titled, "This is why I can't get anything done." Customer 1 at checkout. Customer 2 comes in. "Can I get some beer? We keep our beer coolers locked." Me. "Yep, be right with ya." Customer 1 is almost done. But now he's not, because suddenly he has no idea where he is, that he needs to pay, and that he needs to actually use math for a second. He stares intently at the $20 bill, which will cover his total, and a handful of assorted change. I suppose I could go unlock the cooler now, but I don't know exactly how long it's going to be for either of them. But finally, customer 1 painstakingly counts out the 63 cents he needs. We're talking several minutes here, but he's gone. And of course, customer 3 is now in line. But I tell her it'll be just a second. Customer 2 has been waiting for like 6 minutes now. Oh, but customer 2 has been standing there like a stupid head and hasn't made a selection yet. Again, I could give him longer and go grab customer 3, but I hate running around so much, and again, who knows how long customer 3 will take, so I wait patiently. After agonizing minutes, customer 2 has made his decision. He grabs his beer, lock the cooler back up. It's customer 3's turn, but surprise, surprise, she's been standing there like a stupid butt and has no idea why she even came in. She might need cigarettes and maybe some lottery tickets, but oh, hold on, I gotta grab a soda too. And now customer 2 realizes he needed another 6-pack. Fine, I'll get it when number 3 is done. My heart sinks as I see customer 1 come back in and get in line. And the Karen comes in all like, why isn't there any fresh coffee made? Well, Karen, ask those 3 idiots why. It sounds like you're a bit frustrated and it's kind of chaotic there, but it doesn't sound like anyone gave you any issues. Like they all waited patiently. So I don't know. I guess the Karen thing is annoying, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're probably going through a hard time and it's frustrating. I get it, you know. So I hope you get through it. You know, I wish nothing but the best for you. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing and hit that bell for notifications so you know when more videos come out. Thank you all for your continued support. The channel has seen some awesome growth and I can't wait to see where we can take this. If you'd like to join the Discord, the community is amazing and the link for that's in the description below, along with all of my other social media links if you'd like to follow me on other places of the internet. Again, I hope you're staying safe out there and thank you all for your continued support. It really means a lot. And with that being said, we'll see you next time.